Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self-Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. So what was it that had you going, oh, I've got this. I can make it happen. Yeah, another freaking punch to the gut. But you know what? Oh, you're going to turn your brilliance on even brighter and you're going to push through. Was it the long-awaited vacation that just got canceled? That you pinned your hopes on it and said, if I can just get away for a few days, I'll be okay. But nope, you're not going anywhere. Or what about the diagnosis to where you're being told you need to get into a plan of action right away? Come on, we need to make this happen. Could it have been a betrayal where you were like, really? I shouldn't have counted on you. Or did you finally decide to share with someone else what you've been dealing with? Maybe even asking for their help by having them listen. And it got turned around to where it was either all about them and their problems, and you're thinking to yourself, yeah, this is the reason why I don't ever share with anybody. Or the fact that they now know exactly what it is that you need to do. And they've got expectations of how you need to get into action. So you are going to burn bright. You are going to take this punch and keep on going. And instead, I'm going to ask you to stop persevering just for a little bit. Because I already know that you probably have a gift of minimizing the impact of what happens. It's what you learned way back when in order for you to cope, to be able to survive. But we're not going to have you thriving when you keep pushing through in a way that keeps you from processing what happened. Just yesterday, I had a meeting with someone who confirmed my worst fears on a few things and also gave me some great insight about moving forward. But even though it was great insight and it let me know what I was thinking was correct, man, this has thrown me for a loop. And so even though it's okay, you need to move on this, you need to take action on it. No, I don't. I need to be able to understand how I'm going to be upset, how I'm going to be angry, how I'm going to be sad, how I'm going to grieve. And you understand emotions by allowing them to move through you, because emotion simply means energy in motion. You cannot keep suppressing and repressing what you're experiencing, because that's what causes you to burn out, because you can no longer handle the emotional overload. It keeps building and building and building. So how about if we do this? How about if we slow your roll for 72 hours? That's how long it typically takes to process something when there's pain as well as suffering involved. 72 hours. So, what do I want you to do during those 72 hours? Well, first, I want you to do some deep breathing. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And then, I want you to count backwards by threes from 100 down. Or I want you to recite the alphabet backwards. Because what this does is it gets you back into thinking and processing in your rational brain, and the irrational is left behind. But we still need to process. And this is when you pick a place where you are going to be secure. There needs to be a level of safety, and it's not just a place, it's also a time. And you allow yourself to feel everything that is impacting you. It's okay to cry, to scream, to holler, to get angry, to pout. Just go ahead and let it move through you. Because the body expresses what the mind represses. And at some point, you're going to have to deal with this. So why not go ahead and deal with it now by allowing it to flow all the way through instead of dealing with it later as a health challenge? Because the American Medical Association clearly states that over 80% of all disease is created by stress that was not processed in an effective way. So for 72 hours, up to 72 hours, you don't have to take any other action unless you choose to. No other action except to process what you've been through. Okay, so set your time. Set your intentional focus that you're going to allow the emotion move through and then release. And then after that, you can start looking at what are your priorities, what are your values, and move through and proceeding that way instead of a reaction based on past pain. We're moving you into responses based on future impact. If I can assist you with this, 1-636-699-7791. 1-636-699-7791. Whether it's a voicemail or it's a text saying you want a consult, and then after the consult, guess what you get to do? You get to consider up to 72 hours whether or not we're a fit for moving you forward. So, time to slow your roll, process, and make it secure for yourself before you decide to build on any type of foundation, going from reactions to responses.